How's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Wild West Farmer. My name is Casey. Today is May the 8th, and as you can see, this morning I went and I picked up some cotton seed, picked up some Fiber Max 2498. That seems to be what likes to yield the best on my farm. But we're going to get this stuff unloaded, and then I think we're going to take those two tractors, we're going to take them over to the barn. We're going to grab the 8-row planter, the 16-row planter, get them moved back over here, and just try to get prepped up for planting cotton. We just received around 2.5 to 3 inches of rain. Had a good rain all the way across our whole farm. So I'm super excited to get to plant, maybe into some moisture. We'll just have to see how the weather reacts the next couple days. But right now it is too muddy. I believe this weekend temperatures are supposed to pick up. So I think we're going to try to hit it hard on Monday, which would be May the 12th, the day after Mother's Day. Anyway, that's kind of what's on the plan today. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Let's get after it and see what happens. On to the races we go, heading to the barn. Looks like Albert's getting the first head start here. And then Cheeto's gonna chase him down. We're gonna go get the planters. So we got to play equipment shuffle here. Albert's going to back the stripper up. Cheeto's going to move his tractor out of the way. We're going to bring the 8320. We're going to hook it onto this 8-row K1210. Moment of truth, though. We got to see if this old girl will crank. So now the next moment of truth, see if this one will crank. Think it'll crank?
Should.
This one. My hood is broke. I need new gas struts in it, so you just see someone randomly standing over here, like myself a while ago. You know, we're hood raisers. I guess I'll get a hoe or something and stick in there. That hood's heavy. Short shovels have a purpose. Attempt number 3. Been wrestling this thing around. It's never easy to hook on, but we're gonna hook the hoses up. This one's all the monitor, everything's up in the cab, so we can throw all this together, and this one will be ready to just unfold when we get it to the barn. Got a cheat sheet going. We got Cheeto's phone right here.
Now they're gonna do my wedding pictures.
Got them all hooked back up the way they were. Hopefully it all works.
Sure would help if it wasn't cross-eyed to back up faster.
So we got both planters here back to the barn. We're spraying all these singulators once again with that liquid graphite. Keep all these lubed up. Kind of looks like black paint, but it's not. It's just graphite. This planter we ended up putting new press wheels on, so it's got brand new wheels on it. We haven't planted anything with this planter yet. Now this planter's kind of been ran through the ringer. We've deciphered on this deal. We had low population on row 12 and 13. Ended up having some reducer bushings inside this black plastic tee that was restricting the airflow to these 2 rows, causing the vacuum to not be as good. So it was dropping seeds off the plate. But once we found those and took them off, boy, the population just came right back to normal. So super glad we found that. Cheeto, you got the new plates for it, didn't you?
Yeah, they're on the back of my pickup.
We got to switch plates in this planter to cotton plates, which are a 80-35 hole disc. And that's what these are. So it's got 80 holes around it. And the size of the hole is, I guess, a 35, whatever that is. But these are cotton plates. So we got 16 right there. We'll stick in these rows after we spray the singulators. Throw it back together. Should be good to go. The gauge wheels always used to stick out the front, but we've had a problem with this planter in particular wanting to draft left or right. Well, problem is one side pulls dominant and it pulls on our planter. So we thought, well, if we put our wheels on the back side, we'll be pulling the planter and maybe it'll take some of that dominance out of it. So what we've got to do is actually level this bar off. You can see how these rows are dropped pretty far. This is the parallel linkage. You want this linkage here running level with the toolbar. So we're going to have to pull the bolt that holds the gauge wheel up, this bolt, and find the correct hole that it's supposed to be in. So the 16-row planter, as y'all can see, we've got it laid down on the ground, and y'all can see how those parallel arms are running parallel there. That is the correct way to run the bar. It's roughly 20 inches. That's why I got our tape measure. Roughly 20 inches according to the book, but we'll just take that with a grain of salt because we haven't read the operator's manual either. We're gonna go with this setting. It's not gonna be quite parallel, but if these are running up on any kind of little bed or anything, it's gonna be pretty close. So let's have to roll with it like that. But I'm gonna see if he'll pick that up, and then we're gonna tighten those gauge wheels down, and we'll be done with it. Tight. The other day, if y'all remember, Albert and Cheeto and me and all of us, we were working on one of these grease certs here, because this is the only grease cert on the planter. This one and the one on the other side that's just like it. This is the old grease cert. Albert's got a secret stash of grease certs in his pickup. And so anytime we need a grease cert,
Yeah, comfortable too, but
yeah, he got it. So we just got to tighten this in there, then we'll hit it with new grease. That's the same thing Cheeto's working on over there.
okay.
Good. Yeah. Much better. So Cheeto's doing the same thing on this one. They taken?
Yeah, everyone except for this one.
5/16.
Yeah, I got it. I just got it back in.
Oh. So the next thing we're gonna do is be changing out our transmissions. So I've got a little laminated paper here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick out the desired population on a 40-inch row, because essentially we're on a 40-inch pattern. It's just moved around to a 30-50. So I believe we're going to go with this 18, 34, 33, 28 gear ratio. That's a seed every 3.5 inches with a population of 44,658 seeds per acre. So probably better seed it heavy than seed it light, because we got a lot of variables to dodge. Dry weather, windy weather, mechanical machines have a lot of variables. We've seen that in the past week. We're gonna be planting hot and heavy. Any day now, we'll be getting out in the fields. Went and looked at the conditions. Think I might can start spraying just a little bit tomorrow. We'll have a lot of planter content coming in the next 10-ish days from this video, depending on how planting season goes. We've obviously got the 8320 on the 8-row. A lot of people asked last year, why do we hook the 8320 on the 8-row versus the 16-row? Because it is a bigger horsepower tractor. And the main reason why is the 8320 has a tighter turning radius, and this tractor will spin right around, and you kind of need that for the little planter, as where this one has a bigger lift capacity and it turns around wide. So that is the main reason the big tractor goes on the little planter and the little tractor goes on the big planter. Lift capacity and turn radius. So it'll be full swing shortly. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're interested in this kind of content, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything, because the next 10 days we're going to be blowing and going with cotton going in the ground. Thanks for watching. Remember, Lord's in control. We'll see you next time.